All right, Hotaru's route. I'll only go 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know. The night breeze forms ripples on the surface of the lake. Is Hotaru watching? The ripples splash softly as they break against the shore. I wait. Doing nothing, thinking of nothing. I open all my five senses to the elements, taking everything in. The ground still radiates the heat of the summer day that's past. The lake smells of fish, algae, and other things that live in it. I can see the lights of cars winding their way along the road far down the coast. Things that are alive, things that hold their breath, those kinds of things. I'm not averse to such things. Now comes a new sound. The sound of gravel crunching under someone's feet. It's very close, and they must have been quite silent as they approached. Kawaii.
蚊に刺されそう。
Wait, why are these two talking? The person I'm waiting for emerges from the darkness. It's just like her to open a conversation not with a greeting but with a grumble.
こんばんは、マナちゃん。こんばんは。あら？何？いえいえ、なんでもないです。
She actually greeted me after all. I wonder what's changed in her.
わざわざ私だけを夜に呼び出すなんて。何の用？最近、誠さんと一悶着あったみたいじゃないですか。事の顛末に興味があるんです。お兄ちゃん。誠から聞けばいいのに。いいじゃないですか。たまには別の方から話を聞くのも面白いし。帰りなさい。
She looks annoyed. If a little teasing was going to rile her up this much, why did she even agree to meet me here? No. Wait.
ああ、言霊。やっぱり聞かないのね。
She sighs. She knew it wouldn't, but maybe she has an urge to keep trying, just like he did once.
だいぶ言霊を乱用したみたいですけど、どうなったんです？別に。こうやって普通に話してるんだから、分かりきってるでしょ。めでたしめでたし。ご無事で何よりでした。じらじらしい。
She's getting kawaii. So I'd better get down to business.
ところで、少し話は戻るんですけど、あずきさんって、誠さんが言霊で救ったんですよね。そうよ。
She answers me directly.
例えば、また別の誰かが命を落としかけているとき、誠さんはその人を救えますか？無理ね。もう、それだけの命は誠には残っていない。では、マナちゃんは？私？マナちゃんが誰かを救いたいと思えば、ありえない。
She cuts me off. Her face shows an emotion I rarely see in her. Is this loneliness? Yeah, maybe contrition?
まず、私が誰かを救おうとは思わない。もう、思わない。でも、誠さんは例外でしょ？誠さん自身には無理でも、それでも彼がそれを望んだとき、マナちゃんは手助けしちゃうんじゃないの？例えば、ほら、二人でちょっとずつ力を出し合う、みたいな裏技で。
I tried to prompt her, but this time she smiles.
それもないわ。すでに一度、あずきさんを救った時に同じことをして、死にかけだった誠に、私も命を分けて。他にもいろいろあって、私にも余裕はない。それに、もしも余裕があったとしても、今の私には、自分を犠牲にしようなんて思いがない。 誠が死ぬかもしれなくても。そうね。彼に救われたから自分を無駄にはしない。
I can't help but be surprised. From what I could tell, her strong love for Makoto-san had hinted at an unhealthy level of dependence on him. But now that dependence has turned into trust. I see.
なるほど。
I whisper to myself, impressed. Mana-chan frowns.
あなた、本当は一体何を聞きたいの？何を企んでるの？企むだなんてそんな人聞きの悪い。ずっと何かを嗅ぎ回ってるじゃない。まあ、ちょっと。
I might have overstepped my bounds this time. Mana isn't as naive as Makoto-san is. Or maybe Makoto-san just has a soft spot for girls. Actually, I'm not surprised. Could be both.
あなたたちの言霊でもう誰も救うことができない。それを確認したかったんです。わからないのだけれど、あなた誰か救いたい相手がいるんじゃないの？ええ。それなら今の私の話は不都合なんじゃないの？そうですね。それならなんであなたは笑っているの？あら？
Oops. I must have been smiling without realizing it.
だって、まあ、いっか。ちょっと。
I've got to want a game for, so I turn and walk away, leaving her in confusion. I don't want anyone to see this grin spreading across my face. Ah. Ureshi. I mean, she was right that there was someone I'm trying to save. It's just that I wanted to die. After leaving Mana-chan at the lake, I head straight to the Byoin. Not to my house in the back, but into the front door. The Byoin at night is very still. My feet want to skip, but I force them to walk purposely down the dark hallway. I enter one of the Byoin rooms without bothering to knock. Darkness itself lifts its head, slowly, painfully. Even the slight movement reeks of arrogance.
遅かった。あなたも挨拶なしか。余裕ないね。で、本当に余裕ないんだから。
I suppose I should commend it for not rising to my provocation, but I don't like it when I can't joke around. It makes it harder to hide my anxiety. As I roll my eyes at the thing, I feel my heart rate rise. I think about the meaning of what I'm about to do. The meaning of defying its command. The terror and the joy of it.
さて、報告だね。
I explain Makoto-san's recent disappearance and what I just heard from Mana-chan. Naturally, the darkness in front of me looks increasingly displeased with each sentence.
言霊ではもう私を救えない。少なくともマナちゃんはそう考えているみたいだし、否定できる要素はない。あなたは状況を観察しながら、あえてこうなることを望んでいたように思えるのだけれど、今さら？
I shrug, unable to keep the grin from my face any longer. I'll never sacrifice him for this thing.
あなたが助かる道はなくなった。
Not for me. I made sure of it. The darkness clenches its teeth at this.
イカれてる。当たり前じゃない。死ね。
Why is it just fuck you? I prefer her saying, just die. It's a barely audible mutter. but the hatred in it is palpable.
ゴミ、クズ、
Okay, this one's correct.
死ね。出来損ない。人形のくせに。死ね。無能。死ね、死ね、死ね、死ね。
Fine. The darkness continued to spit vulgarities under its breath, but they're not even directed at me anymore. It's lashing out at the whole world at this point. I had wanted to push this thing to its breaking point before the end, but at some point I lost interest. Now tormenting it just makes me feel empty. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this kind of stuff.
こんなところかな。
Oh well. I've done enough, haven't I? Somewhere a clock strikes midnight. That special hour, marking the end of the royal ball. The moment when the carriage becomes a pumpkin once more. The darkness impales me with a glare.
消えろ。
I close my eyes. I release my consciousness to the void. When I open my eyes, nothing in the room has changed.
はあ、そういうこと。
The darkness gazed dully at me. I shrugged.
仕方ないよね。ごめんごめん。ホタルも機嫌が悪い時はあるんだよ。無駄口を叩いていないで、行きなさい。まあ、言霊じゃ無理だって話したけど、なんとかしてみようか。あの人にはまだ興味があるしね。
I start to leave the hospital room. Behind me, I hear a whisper. In it, I feel not hatred like before, but a thin, cold mirth.
人を動かすものは絶望ではなく、愛情。あなたは、何度でも彼に恋をする。
Right. I agree with half of that. It's not hard to struggle against despair, but it's not easy to defy love. As for the other half, I'll go and see him and find out. I love Mondays. That is the biggest lie I just said out loud. It's the break after third period. I stretch, trying to relax my stiff body. As usual, I'm barely understanding anything in these classes, but it's fun to study all this incomprehensible stuff. And most importantly, I like how peaceful it is here.
よう余裕だな。
Should I not be? Look at him oddly. His eyes widen.
あさってからテストだろ。ただでさえ面倒なのに転校生だと大変じゃないのか。
I guess. I missed a lot of school because of the whole thing with mana, so I hadn't realized. The teachers have been talking about what will be on the final, and during the breaks, I've been seeing other students poring over textbooks. Oh well, it's just a test. You don't know, man.
大丈夫か。お前変な時期に休んだりもしてたからノートくらいなら見せるぞ。
Well, thanks for your concern, but I think I'll be fine.
いまいち緊張感のないやつだな。
I'll figure something out. A quick Hotaru or two should do the trick when the time comes. What I thought you'd be not using the Hotaru anymore that much. What a waste of life force there. Tabun. I mean, there's no way I can actually take my finals normally and do well in them anyway. Mana must be in the same boat. I think I'm asking what her plans are, but she seems to be busy, surrounded by female classmates. I'm glad she seems to be getting along with them. Hmm? I hear a voice from somewhere.
廊下から。
Koichi seems to hear the voice too. I start to cup my ears to hear better, but there's no need, as Hotaru bursts into the room.
誠さん。
Her gaze darts around the classroom. I raise my hand and wave it to get her attention. Hotaru. Could you please not cause such a ruckus?
そこにいましたか。こんにちは、先輩方。こんにちは。ボンジョ
I fucking like her, man. Leaving several startled students in her wake, she walks up to us.
いや、
Koichi and Hotaru glance at each other. You guys are pretty forward. I don't think I greet someone I didn't know very well as easily as the two of them just did.
俺は邪魔か。
いえ、ホタルはすぐに帰ります。仲安。
さよか。
See? So, what do you need?
どうもしません。ちょっと誠さんの顔を見に来ただけです。
Huh?
見ました。帰ります。
She grins at me, then turns around and actually leaves the classroom. Amazingly enough.
何だったんだ？
さあ。
ホタルちゃんは相変わらずですね。
Kyoko comes over to us, having noticed Hotaru's visit, much like everyone in the class surely had. Yeah, she's just as crazy as ever.
納得するところかそれ。
ホタルちゃんも誠くんのことを心配してたんでしょうね。
Worried?
先週何日も休んでたからか？
Hotaru already knows what was actually happening last week, but maybe she was still concerned anyway. I guess everyone worry about me more than I realize.
ところで誠くん、テストは大丈夫ですか？
You're talking about the test though too, Kyoko.
この時期にそれ以外の話をする人は少ないでしょうね。
ま、これが終われば夏休みだ。
Oh, I see. Natsuyasumi. Heard that phrase many times. I remember talking to Kokoro about it soon after I arrived here too. I feel a little bit lonely with school out for the summer. But at the same time, I'm also looking forward to it. The old me would have hated the thought of not going to school. I guess this shows how much I've adapted to life here.
それで誠くん、私よろしければテスト勉強のお手伝いをしてもいいのですが。
Thanks for your offer to Kyoko, but I'll be fine.
京子も？
俺の方が先。
Koichi grins.
そうでしたか。差し出がましい真似をしてしまってすみません。
I really like how polite she is. Even the way she says to me there's a very particular way.
そこまで卑屈にならなくてもいいだろ。俺より朝日奈の方が勉強を教えるのに向いてるみたいだし。
Wait, isn't Kyoko one of the smartest people in this class?
私がですか？
ああ、前に朝日奈は勉強の教え方がうまいって話してただろ。
I did say that back when I was trying to help Kyoko make friends, but I don't think I ever said it to Koichi directly. I guess he must have been paying more attention to Kyoko than I realized, even back then. Well, there's no need to point out his eavesdropping now. It's coming a little late, but he's really trying to be a good friend to her these days. You're a fine man, Koichi.
あ？
I smile at him, but he frowns.
前にも言ったが、俺にはそっちの趣味はないぞ。
Yeah, I don't either.
何の話ですか？
He was being a joke. Was being gay.
説明するな。
He rubs his forehead, exasperated.
ところで話をテストに戻すけどさ。
And that was pretty a forced way of changing the subject.
私もそう思いました。
お前らな。まあいい。朝比奈の得意科目ってなんだ？俺は英語だけど。
私は日本史です。
へえ、らしいな。
家が家ですし、日本の歴史には興味がありまして。
Why did you ask her what her best subject was, Koichi?
いや、次に苦手な科目を聞いて、俺が得意なやつなら手伝うのもありかって説明させるなよ。
Koichi, you really are a very fine man.
ママ。
Why? We could stop there, man. Kyoko goes to herself.
お前が余計なこと教えるから。
Chatting like this is so fun. ところで I'm garbage at everything except PE.
知ってる。
私も知っています。
I see. Well, it is pretty obvious after all. Finals, study groups, Natsuyasumi. There's so many more fun things to look forward to. I love school. I'm happy just to be able to do things together with everyone. Now it's lunchtime.
お兄ちゃん、
Just as I'm about to sit down to have my lunch with Koichi, Mana comes over to us. What's up? You want to join us, Mana?
お兄ちゃんとだけならいいわよ。
俺は？え？
邪魔しないで。お弁当の米粒の数でも数えてなさい。楽しいわよ。
Just straight up uses a kotonawa.
そうだな。
Koichi opens his lunchbox and starts picking out the rice, one grain at a time, with a broad smile on his face.
お、なんだこれ。すげえ楽しいぞ。
Go in there, Koichi. I'll fix you up soon.
で、どうするの？
It's been a while since she was this forceful about those type of things. I don't get a choice, do I?
あったとしても、お兄ちゃんが拒否なんてするのかしら？
I guess I wouldn't. My dear Imoto is inviting me to lunch. Why would I decline? So, should we eat at our desk?
外に行きましょう。ずっと教室にいると息が詰まるわ。
She looks around the busy classroom, sighing deeply. I think her thirst for fresh air is even greater than her hunger for food. Ikimashou. I stand up and clash Koichi on the shoulder. You don't have to count rice grains. Just eat your lunch normally. As we step out into the courtyard, Mana turns around and looks up at the school building.
わざわざ言霊を解除しなくてもよかったのに。
Do you really want him to be sitting there counting rice grains for the whole lunch break?
冗談でやらせたけど、せっかくだから続けさせればよかった。一食分のお米の数って気になるもの。
Well, actually, I'm pretty curious about that too. What is special with his rice grains that both of them are curious about it? It wouldn't have killed Koichi to skip lunch for one day anyway.
一食抜いたくらいで死ぬわけないし。
Like how they think the same way. Of course. We synced up perfectly there, but I won't mention that. Tokorode, what made you want to leave the classroom so badly? Did something happen?
おかしい？
I mean, now that you've been coming to school for several weeks, I thought you gotten used to being in there. Maybe it's nothing, but I pressed her, just in case. She almost died a few days ago after all, so maybe she still has some lingering health issues.
そうね。
After a moment, she smiles, unusually for her.
ちょっとした気の迷いを起こしただけ。
Silly!
誠の言う普通の学生っていうのをしてみようと思って、他の女子たちと真面目におしゃべりをしてみたのよ。それで真剣にあの子たちと向き合って話していたら疲れちゃって。
You? Chatting? Now that is surprising.
誠はまだ里に戻らないだろうし、つまり私もまだしばらくはここで暮らすでしょ。だからそれに
Hmm?
ここでの暮らしや自分が変わることも悪くないって思えたから。
She mumbles shyly. What a cutie.
何よその顔は。
What look?
何かニヤニヤしてるような気がする。
Well, I definitely am smiling. I smile even more broadly.
そうやって余裕ぶって笑っていればいいのよ。
I'm not trying to tease you. I'm just happy that you started to look the outside world like I do.
よくわからないわ。
Wait, is she now like a tsundere? Don't worry about it. Anyway, speaking of being a normal student, what are you going to do about finals? I asked her the question I had wanted to ask earlier.
言霊でどうにかするつもりだけど。
That's what I thought. Okay, I'll do us both together.
どうするの？
I think I'll tell teachers to give us both the class average grade, no matter what we write on the test.
お兄ちゃんに任せるわ。
She seems much less interested in tests than in chatting with her friends. But eventually, we'll both have to start taking tests properly.
そのうちね。
She's far from enthusiastic, but I'm still happy to hear her say that. At first, she complained she didn't need any book learning from the outside world, but now she's saying eventually. She's thinking about the future, just like me.
だから何を笑ってるのよ。
Betsuni? I shake my head, but can't shake the smile off my face. Alright, let's tuck in. After a few more hours of fun, school ended for the day. As soon as I got home, I started to work at the Kisuten. Now it's long past lunchtime, though, so there isn't much to do. Someone orders a kohi once in a while, but that's about it. So Azuki-san went to do some laundry, leaving the whole place in my care. Can't the sun go down any faster? Once it's evening, more people will start showing up wanting dinner. I hear someone coming down the stairs. Kokoro lets out a weird sounding sigh. どうしたの?
テスト勉強の休憩。
Oh! When we got home from school, Kokoro had gone straight to her room. Now I know what she's been doing there all this time. Didn't any of your friends invite you to a study group?
誘われたけど、いきなり苦手な英語があるから一人でちゃんと勉強しようと思って。
Your friends can't help you with your ego?
無理無理、絶対におしゃべり始めちゃう。
Soka. I kind of guessed that's how study groups would be.
そういう兄さんこそテストは大丈夫なの？
Man, everyone's asking me that recently.
だってあさってからテストだし。
Even her explanation is the same as everyone else's. I guess it's just like the harvest season back in the village. When it comes around, nobody can talk about anything else. Anyway, if you're taking a break, do you want a drink? I can make you some apple tea.
ありがとう。
She looks pretty beat, but still as cute as ever. I put a kettle on the stove. Then I have an idea. Nah, Kokoro. You're going back to study right after this, right?
私はまた戦場へ。
She sags melodramatically. She must have gotten this pendant for theatrics from her Kasan. Good luck with that. And then you're going to take another break later, right?
もちろん。
I figured. She doesn't seem to understand what exactly I'm getting at, but I just smile. I'm looking forward to your next break. What do you plan to do in next break? An hour passes. I hear weary footsteps on the staircase again, but this time they suddenly speed up, and Kokoro flies into the kitchen.
いい匂い。
Ah, what a good Nissan. The smell of freshly baked cheesecake fills the room.
すごいすごい。兄さんが作ってるの？
Made me realize it's been a while since I had a cheesecake. I should get some soon. Anyway, yeah, I used one of Kasa's recipes. I remember the cheesecake that cheesecake was Kokoro's favorite and found a recipe in that cookbook Azuki-san had been writing earlier. I'm not allowed to put recipes from that cookbook on the cafe's menu until she signs off on it, but she said I can practice them if I like. But you have to let cheesecakes cool for an hour before eating them, if I'm not mistaken.
そうなんだ。
You didn't know?
お母さん、私に料理させてくれないし。つまり、私のために兄さんがケーキ作ってくれたと思ったら、今日は生殺し。
I knew you'd say that. So I also had some sweet potatoes in the oven. This should be ready to eat soon.
はい、お芋。兄さん大好き。
This is my first time making them though, so don't expect too much.
兄さんの料理が美味しくないわけないよ。
She looks delighted. Alright, then I'll bring them up to your room with another glass of kocha once they're ready.
どうせだから、ってやってくれる？
That brings back bad memories. I think back to that day at school when all the girls but Kyoko were fighting over who got to feed me. I glance up at the ceiling.
何を見てるの？兄さん。
Nothing. Mana should be wandering around somewhere outside, but she hasn't snuck back into the house or anything, has she?
楽しみ。
Wait, what? What was that for? Your laugh just now sounded like Hotaru.
ホタル？そういえばホタル、最近よく兄さんのこと聞いてくるんだよね。
She leans so far over the counter to peer at the cheesecake that her feet leave the ground. Now me?
そう。なんか、たまに兄さんのことをいろいろと聞いてくるんだよ。
Once in a while? Like when?
1週間に1回くらい。で、たまにかな。多いのかな。
She cocks her head to the side.
まあ、聞いてくるって言っても、もうとっくに知ってるはずのことばっかりなんだよね。
Huh. I had no idea why Hotaru would do that either, so I just nod. She came to our classroom today actually. She said she just wanted to see my face, and then she really left after just seeing my face. I think back over what happened today as I take out some tea leaves for Kokoro's apple tea.
そういえば、いつもお兄さんのこと聞かれるのは月曜日かな。
Maybe she always forgets me over the weekend.
兄さんもそういう冗談を言うようになったんだね。
You're right. That's fun too.
でも、その、
Hmm?
いや、妹と話してる時に別の女の子の名前を出すのはどうかと思う。
Especially if the Imoto sees your Nissan kiss another Imoto. a lot of things happened there.
なんちゃって。
Kokoro, come here. The words accidentally came out as a kotana, but I can't help it. Once she comes over to me, I start patting her on the head.
なに兄さん急に。
You're too kawaii.
兄さんに可愛いって言われちゃった。
You kawaii. Too. I don't know, my brain's not.
もっと
You cutie pie.
もっともっと。
You super cute cutie pie.
わーい。
This is getting more and more fun.
何してるの？あなたたち。
Azuki-san is back from doing laundry. I was just patting her on the head.
そうだよ。頭を撫でてもらってただけで、それ以外は言い回してないよ。
Wait, what? What? Even I'm like, what? We weren't doing anything else yet? What? Why would you say it like that? Oh my god. Even I was like, huh? Did you say that right, Kokoro? What the hell? I was like, oh, Jesus. Kokoro, what the fuck? Even I'm like, what did you just say? Kokoro, why did you have to say yet? As expected, Azuki-san's expression changes to shock, then anger.
もう、お兄ちゃんは心ばっかり。お母さんも甘やかして。
It'd be worse than I thought. Huh? Well, that wasn't what I expected her to be angry about. She happily walks up to me and sticks her head out to be patted.
ほらほら。
Well, I don't know what to do, so I just pat her in the head as requested. Her hair feels just like Kokoro's. What am I supposed to do with this information? In this position, it's easy to realize how much shorter she is than I am. It feels kind of exciting to be doing this to an older woman.
確かに頭を撫でられるのってくすぐったくて面白いわね。お母さんになってからはされる方じゃなくてずっとする方だったし。
I remember how she stroked my head when I broke down at her bedside in the building. Yeah, it makes you feel safe, doesn't it?
心を許してる相手にされればだけど。
That's true. If a stranger started patting my head, I'll be freaked out.
なんか隣で同じことされてるの見るとすごく恥ずかしい。
Kokoro blushes. Her embarrassed face is so cute that I can't help but start patting both of their heads at the same time. What the heck kind of family activity is this? Honestly. You know what? This VN had so many chances for a much more spicy ace scene involving more than one person, but they never did that. I don't know why they never did that, but okay. Just imagine if someone saw us doing this. I think it's Mana.
ただい。あ、
Like how it's truly mother and daughter. It's so mother and daughter. They both react in the same way.
Eh?
Mana starts coming in the door, then freezes in her tracks. This happens pretty often, doesn't it? Well, I guess I should be happy it was just Mana and not a customer. Okaeri?
何この状況。うわぁ、マナちゃんに常識外れみたいな目で見られると思ったよりショック。私は平気よ。
Me neither.
で、何をしてるの？なでなで？あー、なんとかってぬいぐるみのおもちゃが昔あったわね。何か甘いいい匂いがするわね。
I like how she changed the subject.
露骨に話をそらした。
I think so too. I also think maybe I should take my hands down from Kokoro and Azuki-san's head. I mean, the cheesecakey.
そうそう。私もこの匂いが気になったのよね。それ以上の光景に先に反応しちゃったけど。ドーナツは？
Unfortunately, no.
そう。
Wow, she instantly lost interest. Mana looks pensive.
ちょっと出かけてくるわ。また？京子にドーナツを焼かせてくる。
The absolute state of Kyoko, man. The absolute state of Kyoko.
ほらほら。京子ちゃんにあまり無理を言っちゃダメよ。分かってるわ。私はただお願いするだけだから。
Right. So she plans to use her kotonawa then. I see. Having made her decision, Mana quickly goes upstairs to leave her bag in her room before coming down and heading out the front door.
お夕飯前にあまり食べ過ぎちゃダメよ。
Azuki-san leans out the door and calls after her as she heads out towards the jinja. Kokoro is still blushing a little as she looks at me.
何の 話をしてたんだっけ？
Oh, right. I remember now. I wanted you to try the sweet potatoes and let me know what you think.
そうだった。
She beams. But while they finish baking, you are going to go back to studying.
そうだった。
She sags. Another peaceful day at the Oribe household. My life is back to normal again. I can look back on periods of upheaval in my life and think about how much I enjoy the stress and the unusuality of it all. But in the end, I think I find normal days like these to be most pleasant of all. You know what? I do agree. They really did the Oribe mom and daughter well, especially if they're together. What can I say? I like to relax once in a while. These are the kind of idle thoughts that go through my mind on an unremarkable summer evening. Like, you can really feel that they're mother and daughter. That's what it feels like, especially when they're both there. There's a certain energy, you know. I like their chemistry. They really do feel like it, and you can feel that whatever Kokoro is, Azuki-san is really just a slightly more as a mature Kokoro, but at the base core, it's still basically like Kokoro. You know, she really took after her mom. Anyway, but what's truly unusual sometimes lies hidden in the dark. From the blackest depths, it's been watching me, listening for my kotodama. Soon, I'll finally come face to face with this darkness. Perhaps this is my true destiny. To meet the crystallization of human true nature, which Hotaru had warned me about. To meet the woman who I will one day, for the first time in my life, want to kill. They really went dramatic for that sort of thing. All right, chapter 2. I should end soon, but I don't have a good CG yet, so I'm just gonna keep going. 2 days later, it's Wednesday. As my sisters and I walk to school, our conversation turns to the finals that are starting today.
それにしてもテスト週間っていいわね。
Mana is in a good mood.
そう？だって午前中で学園が終わるんでしょ？いつもより楽だもの。
Coming from people who don't actually kinda cheat their score, okay.
それはそうだけど、そもそもテストが憂鬱だよ。
Kokoro groans, but I can't really sympathize. I'm with Mana on this one. Trying anything for the first time is fun. The half day thing is kind of strange though.
そう？
I mean, I don't really get why we only have school for half the day during finals.
そのせいでテストが4日もかかるのよね。1日に6教科やれば半分の2日で済むのに。
People are gonna die. I just remember my final period, man. It's such an ass experience. Yeah, exactly. In actuality, we've been given 3 tests a day from now until Friday. We get 3 more on Monday for a total of 12.
いやいや、
That's a lot of subjects.
疲れるんだよ。
Kokoro stares at us in disbelief. Is that how tests are? Well, then what do people do in their free time in the afternoon? Maybe there's some special way people are expected to spend their day during finals that I don't know about.
勉強したり、お昼寝したり、部屋の掃除したり。部屋の掃除？掃除とか部屋の模様替えとかしたくなるんだよ。勉強してると。
Right, so procrastinate in some way. That's funny. Cleaning and studying seem so unrelated that I can't help but laugh.
いやいや、本当に掃除がしたくなるんだよ。まあ、私も山に登りたくなってはいるけれど。山？え？
Kokoro's surprised, but I kind of know what mana means. I pour over textbooks for too long. I really start to want to move my body. It makes me want to go and tilt a field or something.
山？マナちゃん、テストでいい点が取れますようにって神社でお参りするの？いいえ、登るのよ。登るんだ。そう。黙々と登るの。
Mana points to the mountains up beyond the jinja. Kokoro and I both turn to look.
山だね。
山。間違いない山。
何よ、その反応は。
別に。
なんでもないよ。
Mana's silent glare is oppressive, but it feels safer not continuing this conversation. Kokoro sighs again. 大丈夫？
英語。今日の英語さえなんとかなれば。
Words かわいそう。かわいそう。You don't need to worry so much, Kokoro. You've studied a lot, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
ありがとう、兄さん。でも私、あんまり頭良くなくてね。
Wait a second. This is the first time I've seen her make this sprite. Like, yeah, this is the first time I've seen her do this. Anyway.
ああ、もう、鬱陶しいわね。そんな調子じゃ、実力通りの力も出せないわよ。だって。でも、マナちゃんを抱きしめて、お胸を触らせてくれたら、実力以上の。結構よ。
Kokoro looks ready to dive into Mana's arms. But Mana shrinks back, a little frightened.
落ち着いて。ちゃんと実力通りにテストが受けられる。
That's a good katadama from her.
あれなんかすごくスッキリした。まったく。
That was nice of you. I smile at Mana as she reddens.
別にそういうつもりじゃ。
Wait, is she? Wait, her personality is now she's just like your usual tsundere now. とにかくKokoro. From what you were saying, I guess you're not an A student. I probably should have known that by now, but Mana and I are so bad at every subject that it's hard to tell how good anyone else is by comparison.
まあ実際のところ私は普通かな。苦手な教科でも赤点を取ったりってことはないし、教科は得意って話だけど。
Yeah.
2年の京子さんと比べられないかもだけど、多分兄さんやマナちゃんが知ってる中で一番頭がいいのはホタルンだと思うよ。
I can't believe that.
あの子は頭の回転は速そうよね。
They talk about all this stuff while in front of the Byoin, by the way. Mana has noticed it too. I don't know what her grades are like, but as far as I can tell, the sharpness of her mind is top class.
でもホタルン、中間テストはすごく点数が悪かったみたいなんだよね。
Huh? Really?
なんだ、おバカだったのね。あ、いや、そうじゃなくて、ホタルン、あの頃から妙に上の空で、中間テストはやる気が起きなかったとかだと思うよ。
He wasn't motivated? That's very impressive in and of itself. Everyone else seems to get hyper-focused when tests roll around. Even good students like Kyoko. Well, tell her that if there's something troubling her, I'd like to help too. Maybe there's something going on in her life that's making her out of it.
ほうほう。あら？
I don't think I said anything unusual, so I'm surprised at their reactions. What's up with you two?
兄さんがそんなこと言うなんてびっくり。
Something like what?
特定の誰かを指定したってこと。
Considering these two really love this guy. Like literally. Is that so odd? I like to think I'm always looking out for people who need help.
それはそうなんだけど、随分と率先しているからよ。
These two. You two are totally in sync with each other when it comes to stuff like this.
マナちゃんと私は仲良しだもんね。ねえ。
ね I really seen Mana this bubbly. Wait, she's just playing out something you saw in the manga, right? Her facial expression looks the same as ever. This is a word rolling my eyes at. Now I see. What the two of them are saying might be right. I do often pick on things people say and realize that there's something I can help them with. But I don't really go out of my way to look for problems that a specific person might have. I guess I just want to see Hotaru again. I didn't quite realize how much I wanted that.
なんかうちのお兄ちゃんが黙って考え込み出したわよ。きっとエッチなこと考えてるんだよ。
Kokoro, where did that come from? What the hell, Kokoro? What the fuck? She's been doing this a lot.
欲求不満なのね。
You just know. Stop it, you two. Well, I already slept with both of my sisters, so I can hardly blame them for getting that impression. But maybe that's the point. There must be a reason why I didn't choose either of them. No, why I specifically chose not to choose either of them. We keep chatting as we head up the road to school. I mean, at this point, you technically had sex with every route girl. The closer we come, the more people there are around us to overhear. So our conversation settles down into safer topics. When we reach the front gate, Kokoro leads us to go to her classroom, and Mana and I proceed to ours. I say hello to my acquaintances in class, then sit down and survey the room. Today, almost everyone's sitting at their desks, staring at textbooks or notebooks, instead of chatting with each other like usual.
独特な雰囲気ね。
Mana murmurs a similar observation to mine. Apparently, the results of this test will have a big effect on the students' future lives. It's kind of like crop yields at harvest time.
ああ、それは真剣にもなるわね。
I like how she instantly understood. She seems to understand the gravity of the situation. Well, I already spoken a kotodama to the teachers, so all we had to do is sit tight and not make a ruckus.
私、いつもおとなしいわよ。
She grins at me, then sits down at her desk. Really? I guess she had already forgotten about everything she did last week.
いや
Koichi arrives and comes by to say hello. Ohayo, Koichi. Wow, you look half asleep.
一夜漬けしてたから寝不足だ。
Huh? What were you cooking in the middle of the night? And right before finals, too.
おおおお、お前はそう思っておけ。
I'm guessing from his reaction that I misunderstood something. But I can't imagine what.
お前こそテスト直前になれば慌てる顔が見れると思ったが、本当にいつもと感じが変わらないな。
You could say I've sort of given up.
ああ、それもそうか。そうだな。教師も理解をしてくれるか。
Yeah, they were very understanding. Oh my god, that's what that is.
さて、俺も最後のあがきをするか。
He goes to his desk, sits down, takes out his textbooks and notes. I guess I should probably try not to bother my classmates too much today. May everyone do well on the test. I pray out loud, not as a kotodama, but just as a normal wish. Mana and I are totally useless when it comes to academics, but I hope some other, more studious God hears my prayer. And then, the test begins. The classroom feels totally different from usual. It's very quiet. The teacher doesn't say a word either. Only the sound of pencils stretching on paper rolls through the air. And it's not just our class. The whole school is filled with a strange silence. I like it. Quiet yet tense. Yet filled with activity. That's a pleasant feeling. It's so weird considering.
えー、
Mana must be feeling the same way as she lets out an impressed murmur. For some time, I sit quietly in my seat and wait for time to pass. I try to flip through the test questions, but As expected, they're far beyond my abilities. Then,
テスト中、私と誠は認識されない。
I have a feeling something's going to happen. Minus Bisa Kotodama. You couldn't wait, could you?
だって暇だし。
As she stands up, I sigh and roll my eyes, but she shrugs dismissively. Well, honestly, so am I. I can feel the novelty of test taking wearing off already. There's no way I'll make it until lunchtime just sitting here doing nothing.
これ、私、帰ってもいいわよね。
Well, you probably shouldn't, but there's not much point in you staying here either.
誠が残るなら、任せていい？
Sure.
ありがとう。
Mountain climbing.
山よ。
She packs up her things eagerly and leaves the room. All right. There's still half an hour before even the first test of day is over. I could just take a nap, but I decided to open my completely blank test booklet again. I should at least try to answer the question, regardless of how well I'll do. This will be good practice. Let's see. I lick my lips and pick up my pencil. And pretty soon, I'm destroyed in spectacular fashion, as expected. I groan, class face down on my desk. Another failure. Another defeat. All round on all fronts. This is one for the history books. Not that I know the first thing about history books, as has become painfully clear. My head feels hot, as if my brain were overheating.
おお、楽しんでるな。
Tests are hard.
苦しめ苦しめ。ようやくお前の面白い姿が見れたな。ま、これがテストだ。頑張れ。
Apparently, this was all he wanted to say, because he quickly returns to his seat, starts preparing for test number 2. I can't believe there are still 2 tests left before the school gets out. And today's just the first day. We still had tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. I really like the Monday test because he had time to survive. Am I in hell? Chikoku. I'm amazed that all the other students are taking this so calmly, like it's a normal thing or something. I honestly respect them from the bottom of my heart. Human beings are incredible. My mind is clearly racing out of control. I need to stop thinking. I need to act. It's time for me to make a decision once more. I summon the same fierce determination I felt when I swore to myself I'd save Azuki-san, Kyoko, and Mana, and I hereby pronounce myself extremely out of here. Gomen ne, Mana. I shouldn't have rolled my eyes when you hightailed it for the mountains. Yama. The next test has started, but I quickly extricated myself from the classroom using my kotodama. I never wandered around school grounds while the class was in session before. It's a strange feeling. There are more people at school right now than I could count, and yet it's terribly silent. It's like I'm in another world, all by myself. As I walk down the corridor, I peek into each classroom and see all the students bent over their desks, serious expressions on their face, putting pencil to paper. Every classroom looks so similar that I almost feel like I'm walking in circles. Of course, that's just an illusion. Nobody stops me as I make my way down to the first floor. I probably look like I'm just heading to the bathroom. I suppose I could just go home, but I want to enjoy this mysterious atmosphere a little longer. Maybe I'll go out in the courtyard and...
何してるんです？
Huh? Suddenly I hear a voice behind me. Hotaru!
いえいえ、お兄さん。私は名乗るほどのものではありませんよ。
No, I mean, I already know your name. I just said it. In fact, what?
そんなこともありましたね。珍しい。
She grins. It was literally seconds ago, though. She's as confusing as ever, and as silent on her feet as ever. For that matter, I didn't hear her approach at all. Wait a minute. Why are you out here? Wait a second. Why are you out here? Aren't you in the middle of a test? I'm surprised all over again as I realized that she shouldn't even be here in the first place.
何してるって現実逃避？
Huh? I mean, what? Aren't tests really important?
そうですね。とても大事なものです。
So, then why are you here, Hotaru?
だからサボりですよ。フランス語のサボタージュが元で会話をループさせるのがご趣味でしたか？
Wait, what?
だからサボりですよ。フランス語のサボタージュが元で会話をループさせるのがご趣味でしたか？
Okay, so she tried to make a Japanese pun using sabotage. Okay. No, because her voice line is very different from the text, and the text just tried to make a try to make an equivalent joke that uses the word denial or something. I mean, ditching. Because sabori is ditching, if I remember correctly. So they tried to make a joke out of that's similar to it. I mean, using the word ditching because they were doing a word pun with sabori and sabotage. Anyway, I don't understand. I may not know much about how things work, but even I can tell it's weird for anyone other than Mana or me to be skipping their finals.
誠さんこそテストを。ああ、言霊ですか。
She seems to have figured out why I'm here.
相変わらず卑怯臭い力ですね。
Remind me, did I promise to use my kotodama to give you a passing grade on your finals or something like that? Maybe she asked me to help her out, and I forgot. Or maybe she texted me and I didn't see it. But Hotaru shakes her head.
いえ、そんなお願いはしていません。ホタルは自分の意思でテストを放棄したんです。
But why? どうして?
最近まるで勉強が身につかなくて。というのは言い訳ですね。本当の理由を言葉にすると難しいのですが。
She pauses to think for a moment, then continues.
今日自分の本来の人生を裏切った日、そういう思い出の日にしようとしたでしょうか。
Huh? 何?
他の人にはバカなことをと言われても、私がそうしたかったんです。ホタルはいい意味で言ってるんですよ。これわからなくてもいいですけど。
No. Her words really strike home. Thanks to that, I finally regained my composure. I understand. I understand it all too well.
ああ、そういえば誠さんもバカなことをする側の人でしたね。
Like how I left my village in the middle of the night.
ポポロンやあずきさん、京子さん、マナちゃんの時もですよね。
Hotaru chuckles to herself. Something about her seems off today, even more than usual. But maybe that's fine. All the better for making today a special occasion to remember. Well, considering when and where we've just run into each other, I guess neither of us has any right to criticize the other.
どうせなら一緒に逃げましょうか。
She sticks out her hand.
遊びましょう。
It's a tempting proposition. And there's something strangely alluring about the slender fingertips of her outstretched hand. It's still second period, and I left my bag in this classroom. But thanks to Mana's kotodama, nobody would know I'm gone, and my bag is empty today anyway. So I decided to take her hand in mine. And with that, we set off. Soon we're walking along the lakeshore. The two students walking around town in the middle of finals week would draw too much attention, so this was about the only place we could go. The shallows glitter in the sunlight. I sigh at the quiet beauty of the scene.
平日のこんな時間にこんなところにいるなんて不思議な感覚ですね。
She murmurs as she gazes out on the lake.
いつもと違う世界にいるみたい。
That's how I felt during my first few days at school, too. At my words, she seems to finally remember I'm standing next to her. She turns to look at me.
そうか。これが誠さんや愛菜ちゃんのいる世界なんですね。同じ場所にいるけれど見えているものが違う。静かで孤独じゃなくてここなんですね。
Well, I don't really know how to describe the world I live in, but she might be right. Maybe the way we're feeling now is similar to how I used to feel back in the village. My world was quiet and beautiful. The lack of people to intrude upon that quiet made it all the more beautiful. I felt the same sense of perfect beauty in the empty world Mana created with her kotodama, where the only person I could detect was her. But now my world contains everyone. And you're here too, standing right in front of me. Hotaru. I smile at her. I have to say, while this beautiful kind of world is nice, I prefer school, where we can all laugh and have fun together. Hotaru blinks at me a few times. Then finally she flashes her usual smile.
どちらも体験した誠さんが言うならそうなんでしょうね。
The grass is always greener on the other side after all. Well, actually, the grass literally is greener here than in the village. I wonder why. I smile back at her. I feel like the warmth of the human world has returned to us. Actually, it's downright hot. The summer sun is blazing overhead again today. It's hot.
暑いですね。折り紙でラムネかレモンスカッシュが飲みたいです。い
We can go there if you want. I can use my kotodama on Azuki-san so she doesn't realize we're skipping finals.
え、行ってみただけでもう少しここにいたいです。
Sure, let's. She says she wants to be here. But I don't think she means the lake. She means this place. This world straddling the boundary between the everyday and the extraordinary. When we make our way back to the Gisiden, that means stepping firmly onto the side of the ordinary.
喫茶店に行きたくないってことではないんですよ。
She seems to realize that I might have gotten the wrong impression. No, I understand what you mean.
サボりなんてホタル生まれて初めてでドキドキしてるんです。もうちょっと楽しみたいんです。
I've skipped school a whole lot. I tried to count the number of times on my fingers, but I quickly realized it'll take too long to remember them all. Of course, some of those times were because of Mana's kotodama, but even ignoring those, my attendance rate isn't great. I feel bad for skipping so much. Atsu went to all the trouble to help me enroll.
ホタルがそうでしたっけ？
Wait, why doesn't she remember? Don't you remember how you helped me with what kotodama to say to the teachers and help me get a uniform? Well, during that scene with the mystery person, it felt like her memory got wiped or reset or something like that. I don't know what the hell was that about.
ああ、大したことではありませんでしたから。
It was a big deal to me.
恩を返すつもりならもっと面白いことをお願いします。つまり誠さんは自然体でいいということですけど。
But I am being myself. I'm pretty sure I'm always conscientious about things. Hmm. I want to protest, but I should probably let sleeping Hotaru's lie, as they say. Anyway, are you really okay with skipping your finals like this? Are you sure you don't want me to fix your grades or anything?
うーん、そうですね。
She frowns.
勢いに任せてテストを放棄しちゃったけど、気になるのは間違いなくて、誠さんがその気になれば、後からでも成績を普通にできちゃうんですもんね。いえ、いいんです。ホタルは今、悪い子なんです。
I kind of forgot the last time I seen this expression from Hotaru. Maybe this is the first time we've seen this. No, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before, but it also feels like I've never seen it. You're a good girl, Hotaru.
何度も言いますが、ストレートに言葉を拾うの、照れくさいからやめてくださいよ。
I like the face you make when you're embarrassed, Hotaru.
それも恥ずかしいんです。禁止。
わかったわかった。
何なんですか？今日はもう。
For that matter, you're pretty different today too, Hotaru. You seem more cheerful than usual.
そうですか？
In my experience, I'd say the normal Hotaru is more cool and collected, I guess.
むしろ、ホタルはいつもこんな感じだと思いますか？
She looks at me oddly, then raises her eyebrows.
もしかしたら誠さん、普段のホタルと話したことないんじゃないですか？
Huh? What do you mean? What is the normal Hotaru then?
ごく普通の生活をしているホタルです。
Ah, she might be right. Whenever I talk to Hotaru so far, it's always been when I'm in the middle of some crisis or have something heavy on my mind. And that's not all. I live with Kokoro, Mana, and Asagi-san, so I chat about everyday topics with them frequently. Kyoko lived in the Oribe household for a while too, and she's one of my classmates anyway. Hotaru's the only one who's been sort of strange, a sort of strange exception to my daily life.
ラブ&バイオレンスな言動がホタルの持ち味ですが、人間ですから、友達と話していればはしゃぎもしますよ。
Love and violence. Soka. Otomajachi. I feel a little disappointed in her words. Disappointed? I want as many friends as possible. So why am I disappointed that she considers me as a friend?
どうしたんですか？
She must have sensed the discord in my expression, as she looks up into my eyes. Her face is in a perfect kissing distance. I was just wondering how I feel about you, Hotaru.
はい？
Now she really looks confused.
何わけのわからないこと言ってるんですか？誠さんこそ熱でおかしくなってるんじゃないですか？
No, I think I'm perfectly fine.
異常の権下みたいな存在のくせに。
Well, she's not wrong. I'm pretty abnormal.
誠さんがホタルのことをどう思ってるかって友達じゃないんですか？それはまあ男なんだからたまに性欲の対象に感じる時もあるでしょうけど。
You don't mince your
そ
words.
んな雰囲気や関係になることなんて今のところありえないでしょ？
Huh? We stare at each other. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I feel like there's some kind of fundamental misunderstanding between us. But I don't know what it is. She must be thinking the same thing since her face turns serious. She ponders briefly, then she seems to realize something. I knew she was smart.
いや、どうしよう。
Go ahead. I'm not sure what we're missing, but you're probably figuring it out faster than I am.
いえ、もしかしてホタルと誠さんって。
Wait. She couldn't remember, and I mean, she did say that pretend that we never did this and all that, but
キスとかしたことあるんですか？
what? I can't respond. I don't even understand what she's saying. Does she not remember the kiss we shared in the middle of the classroom that day? As I continue to stare at her in silent shock, she puts her hands to her flushed cheeks. Okay, at least he's only thinking about the kiss because they did more than a kiss, you know.
もしかしてその反応はあるんですね。
Yes. And we've gone much further than kissing too. We even made love. Though she did tell me at that time that she'd forget all about it afterward. I didn't think she meant that literally, but from her reaction right now, maybe she really did forget. She seems too flustered to notice the confusion in my gaze.
いえ、すみません。本当にごめんなさい。変な意味ではなくて、これはホタルの問題なんです。多分その時のことが衝撃すぎて記憶から飛んでしまっていたみたいで。
Huh. I see.
ああ、それでしたら誠さんがホタルのことをどう思っているかと考えるのはありえますね。
Hotaru, I'm sure you already guessed this, but I slept with Kokoro, Kyoko, and Mana before.
それはまあ気配で察するところはありましたが、ハーレムですね。
From her perspective, what are you doing? Are you flexing?
え？そのショッキングなお話をホタルにする理由とは何ぞや？です。
Right. Well, I did sleep with them, but I decided not to enter into a relationship with any of them.
まあそのあたりの感覚は人それぞれでも。
She trails off. Then she stares at me. I'm sure they do. I was thinking about it just this morning. The reason why I didn't choose any of them. Why I chose not to choose any of them. And there is a reason. I'm sure I know what it is. I love you, Hotaru. And I don't mean just as a person. I love you as a woman. New expression, new sprite. I like that. When am I going to get a sleep? When am I going to get some sleep? We don't have a special CG yet for. Wait, I'm also locked in. I feel locked in. I can go no further than 30 minutes because it's already like 12:30. It's midnight. It's already midnight at this point. And it's going to be another hell day at work. Anyway. So that's what happened this afternoon. Oh no, the look on both of their faces, man. The look on their faces. It's nighttime now. I happened to meet Mana and Kokoro in the living room. They sat them down and explained what happened, hoping to get their advice. What do you mean, hey?
いや、いろいろと思うことはあるんだけど、まずホタルの答えは？
She ran away. She ran away before I could get an answer from her. She raced out like a bat out of hell. And I was too surprised to try to stop her. Which is why my story ended where it did. I tried to call her and text her since then, but she's not responding. I guess according to how things go in the outside world, this means I've been rejected.
ちょっと待ってね。ショッキングビーチツリーで私も考えがまとまらないから。
Man, I'm much more worried about Mana. Look at Mana's eyes, man. Like I don't know how to respond to that.
なんで私テスト勉強しなきゃいけないのに、こんなびっくりする話を聞かされてるの？
Calm down.
ちょっと落ち着いた。でも、振られたってことじゃないと思うよ。
Oh.
ホタルも予想外すぎて、返事を待ってほしいってことじゃないかな。
Man, that is not moving at all. You're literally froze. I see. Well, if she didn't reject me, that's good.
マナちゃん大丈夫？
Oh my god, it literally froze her. It's so bad. Kokoro turns to Mana. But Mana has been stiffly staring into space for a little while now. I didn't use a kotodama on her or anything either. Mana, do you have anything to add? I explicitly asked her for her opinion. Man, she had been so shocked for so long.
ちょっと耳がおかしくなったみたい。耳掃除をしてくるわ。
Damn, she just can't. Damn. She mumbles under her breath and drifts away to Kokoro's room.
マナちゃん大丈夫かな？
Stop. I don't know, man. That's so bad. Start springing this up on you, yes, suddenly. On you,
そ
suddenly.
れはそうだね。どうしたの急に？
I don't want to lie to you or Mana whenever I can avoid it. And besides, I begin to mumble. It's not that I'm afraid. Exactly. But a similarly cold feeling settles over me. I made love to you, Kokoro.
うん。
I like how it's totally normal there. Kokoro nods. We had put our relationship on hold, but now that I've decided to love Hotaru, I want to make sure to set things straight between us. I know it's selfish of me to do this, considering my relationships with Kokoro and Mana thus far. Kokoro has every right to break down in tears. Mana has every right to call me all the names she likes. I want to make sure you knew how I felt.
そうだね。待ってって言ったのは私だし。兄弟だもんね。
Her sad smile strikes me like a blow. Mana comes back out of Kokoro's room.
何？
Damn! Alright, let's do this again. We have to do this, man. We gotta rip off the band-aid. She touches her ears again as she comes over to us and sits down. I'm in love with Hotaru, and I wanted to let you and Kokoro know that.
けじめね。
Hi.
わかったわ。
She accepts it surprisingly easily. But I'm sure that inside her heart is overflowing with all her memories of us. I know, because I'm the same. I've been with her for longer than anyone else, even my own parents. We spent almost all our lives together. In a sense, I understand is the only thing she can really say.
そっか。ホタルンか。
Kokoro mutters to herself. Then she looks up and smiles.
ね、兄さん、マナちゃん。一つだけいいかな。
Sure. I nod and Mana turns to look at Kokoro as well.
私、妹だけど、兄さんのことが男の人として好きで、いろいろとあって、今、すごく悔しくて、苦しくて、辛くて。でも、兄さんと親友のホタルンが付き合うことになったら、それはとっても嬉しいことで。私、この後、部屋に戻って泣くと思うんだけど、嬉しい気持ちも本当だから言っておくんだけど、ホタルンを幸せにしてあげて。ね。
Kokoro gets up and returns to her room. I could feel something in that acting, man. I follow her with my eyes. Arigato. That's all I'm able to say before she closes the door behind her.
これで、お兄ちゃんがあの小さい子に振られたら、それはそれで面白いわよね。
Don't jinx it! I can't help but frown at Mana's joke. But Mana is smiling now too.
心のことは、私に任せて。
Can I?
姉妹だもの。
Mana,
大丈夫。言霊は使わないわ。
that means she won't force false emotions on Kokoro.
ただ、誠の悪口を、あることないこと言い合って、けなしまくっておくわ。牧年人とか、女たらしとか。
I mean, they ain't wrong. You don't have to go into that much detail to my face, you know?
ただ、お兄ちゃん。
Her expression changes.
あのホタルって子、裏に何かあるわよ。
You're right. I'm well aware. For one thing, Kotodama doesn't work on her. Even putting that aside, she's the kind of girl who even outsiders like Mana and I can tell is abnormal.
言霊使いが、あの子に惹かれるって感覚は、私も、わかるわ。
With that, Mana turns and leaves the room as well. Only I am left. I heave a sigh. I listen for my sister's voices, but if they're saying anything, I can't hear. I doubt I'll sleep well tonight. What about me? I should probably go. I should go. I should go, man. I should get some sleep. I should get some sleep. You know what? I should get some sleep, man. No, we'll keep going. It's Thursday. Oh, it is literally Thursday because it's midnight. During this morning's finals, I'm just sitting at my desk, my chin propped up on my hand, and staring into space. Kokoro and Mana didn't say much to me this morning. It's not that they were avoiding me, but more that they were being considerate not to revive the topic from last night. I look over at Mana's desk, but she's not there. After yesterday's boring experience, she decided to use her kotodama right away to escape from school for the day. I, on the other hand, am still here. I'm sure Hotaru won't skip school 2 days in a row either. I want to see her. I feel like I can sit here for many hours as I need to, if I spend them thinking about her. After 3 hours of tests, I head out the front gates to meet up with Kokoro so we can go home together.
お腹すいたね。早く帰ってご飯を食べたい。
When she arrives, her mood seems to be good as her appetite is healthy. You're pretty happy considering you just took 3 finals.
今日は英語がなかったからね。
That was yesterday, huh?
そう、昨日最大の山場は終わったの。
So, it must have been pretty depressed on your way home yesterday. She's so easy to read.
でも昨日は朝にマナちゃんに慰められたから意外と落ち着いてテストできたけどね。
That's great.
落ち着いてちゃんと実力通りにテストが受けられる。
Bro, is it really worth for a flashback? It wasn't that long ago, man. Recently, Mana has started being able to use gentler kotodama like that too. We stroll down the street at a leisurely pace.
それでね、テスト終わったら友達が夜に花火しようって誘ってくれたの。
She happily tells me all about her day. It doesn't seem like she's putting on a brave face, but it's clear that there's only one topic she's avoiding. Ne, Kokoro.
何兄さん？兄さんも一緒に花火したい？というか、花火わかる？
No, not that. I think it's unnatural to keep avoiding the topic, so I'll just ask you straight out. I'm careful not to let my tone seem too heavy. About what we talked about last night. Should we talk about it sometime? Some more? Or do you think we should just close the book on it?
あ、
Music stops.
うん。
Her smile fades, but when she looks up at me, I sense surprisingly little weakness in her expression.
兄さんはどうしたいのかな。
I guess I prefer to talk about it.
一緒だね。でも別に責めたりしたいってことじゃなくて、私も話していいのかなーって遠慮してただけだよ。
I see.
まあ、うん。昨日マナちゃんと話したんだけど、兄さんがホタルに振られたら元の関係に戻るだけだしね。
Damn. They're just lighting up. Holy fuck. You guys. No, I guess if they're able to be that positive about it, things will turn out alright after all. Girls are really tough.
あ、ところで兄さん、午後の予定は？
Nothing really. I figured I might help at the Kisuden. Asaki-san told Kokoro and me that we don't need to help out at the Kisuden during finals. But unlike Kokoro, it's not like I'm busy studying for anything. And it's not like Koichi, Kyoko, or any of my other friends at school would be down to hang out during the finals either.
そっか。うん。家にいてくれるならいいんだ。
It seems like she's up to something.
秘密だよ。
She says it so cutely that as her Nissan, I can't bring myself to pry any further. My lunchtime, Mana was back home, so the three of us had lunch together. After that, I started a shift behind the counter at the Kisuden. It's barely past the lunchtime rush, but there aren't very many customers today. Hazuki-san murmurs happily. Kare seems to be a popular choice today, so it mostly has just been ladling rice and kare onto plates. Easy work.
もうすぐ8月になるし、夏本番で暑いからみんな食欲なくなってきたのかな。
まあ、この時期はお昼時より午後に入ってからお茶を飲みに来る人の方が多くなるわね。
飲み物系のメニュー、新しいの考えようかな。
考えるだけならいいわよ。絶対に心には作らせないけど。なんでってあなた、夏用の新メニューで一番最初に思いつく材料を言ってごらんなさい。
タバスコ。
No.
絶対にダメ。
だからなんで？暑いからこそ熱いものの方が涼しくなるかもだよ。
I listened to this amusing mother-daughter conversation as a work.
ごちそうさま。お皿流しに置いておいたわ。
Mana stops after wrapping off her dishes. She started her lunch at the same time as us, but she had a great, generous second helping, so she only just finished now. Incidentally, we had katsukare.
お皿は自分で洗った方がいいのかしら？
あ、いいわよ。他のお客さんのお皿も出るはずだし、一緒に洗うから。
はい。美味しかったです。
お粗末様でした。
というか、みんな暑いのね。私は最高に気分が良い季節だけれど。
Wait, so even without she's already lifted the snow curse, right? So she should feel normally hot now, right? But I guess she must have heard Kokoro and Azuki-san talking about the summer heat.
マナちゃん夏でもひんやりだもんね。外で近くにいると涼しくて気持ちいいんだよ。
我が娘ながらクールビューティーね。
クールなんとかはよくわからないけれど、褒められているのはわかるわ。
Mana, do you still feel cold? Okay, it brings up this question. I whispered to her so nobody else can hear.
いいえ、完全に雪の影響が消えたわけではないけれど、以前と比べたら全然暖かい。
Okay, that's convenient. She smiles happily.
今日 ね、昼間外を歩いていたら、少し汗をかいたの。誠が笑えるようになったみたいに、私もやっと、夏を取り戻した感じかしら。
That's great, Mana. It's been quite a pleasant day so far. School ended early, but I expect the rest of the day to be as normal can be. But there is one thing that's a little bit off. As the afternoon proceeds, fewer and fewer customers remain in the kitchen. Once they're all gone, Azuki-san starts washing the dishes while I wipe down the tables and sweep the floor. As usual, Mana is reading shoujo manga in the corner while sipping on a drink. But for some reason, Kokoro is here too, even though she's not on the shift.
心、あなた、勉強しなくていいの？
She might be planning something here. Azuki-san had noticed the oddity as well.
いや、別に小言が言いたいわけじゃないというか、私はテストの点が最初じゃないと思う側だけど。
ちょっとね。というか、兄さんやマナちゃんにこそ勉強しろって言わなくていいの？
あの二人はいろいろあって、こう、あれだし。
What the hell does that mean?
まあ、あれだよね。
長い目で見るわ。
Back when I had just left the village, I don't think I would have been able to make any sense of what Kokoro and Azuki-san just said. But now I kind of started to get those kinds of nuances. Well, considering how bad we are at academics, it's only natural for them to think it's pointless for us to study. But just as I'm about to jump into the conversation, the front door opens. Irasha... Huh?
こんにちは。
Hotaru is standing in the doorway.
あら、いらっしゃい、ホタルちゃん。
やっほー。
Hotaru returns Kokoro's greeting like an echo.
今日は遊びに来たのかしら。それとも、お客さんとして？
どちらでも態度を変えてもらう必要はないですが、今日は心に誘われて遊びに。
そうなんだ。家の中にいるなら、娘のお友達にサービスしちゃうわ。
By the way, I started analyzing how Hotaru speaks. I just realized she sometimes speaks like a nojo. So, I mean, it makes sense. She literally is a nojo, technically speaking. I mean, her family owns a damn hospital, so, I don't know.
あずきさんがサービスとか言うと、ちょっと、エッチいですね。
What?
もちろんよ。あら、あずきさん。そういうことは、二人きりの時に。
やだ、ホタルちゃんこそ、人前でそんな大胆な。
Wait, what's with, Kokoro's expression?
二人ともノリノリだね。
Hotaru. Finally getting over my bewilderment at her sudden visit, I managed to get a word in.
誠さんもこんにちは。
Kokoro invited you over to hang out?
聞いていなかったんですか？
I didn't.
言ってないもん。
Kokoro is smiling for some reason.
ああ、そういうこと。
Before I could even start trying to figure out what's going on, Hotaru was already reacting.
ああ、そうだ。ホタルン、ごめんね。
Sure.
遊びに誘ったんだけど、私やっぱり勉強しなくちゃいけないの。はいはい。そういう展開になるんでしょうね。
Now Hotaru is heaving a sigh for some reason.
無駄を省きましょうか。では、誠さん、代わりに遊んでいただけますか？
Huh? You mean you want to hang out with me instead? I'm surprised. I mean, I was hoping to get a chance to talk to Hotaru, so this development is convenient for me, but I'm working right now, though.
そういうことなら、出かけていいわよ。
What? I'm even more surprised at how quickly Azuki-san jumped in. What's going on here?
というか、 こんな雑な振りで驚くのは誠くんだけだろうし。心、もう少しうまくやりなさいよ。
Yeah, seriously, our guy isn't the smart. Our guy is retard maxing right now.
兄さんだけ驚かせれば目的は達成だもん。
それもそうね。
Huh? Everyone else seems unfazed. Anyway, if you all say so. I take up my apron, hang it up. Well, Saifu is still in my pocket for school, so I'm ready to leave anytime.
それでは誠さん、行きましょうか。
あ、クーラーで体が冷えてきたし、私も。マナちゃんはダメ。
お兄ちゃんの代わりにバイトね。
You got cockblocked there.
なんで？素で驚いてくれてる人がもう一人いたよ。
兄弟ね。
ちょっと、なんで笑いながら腕を掴むの？
It's getting pretty weird in here.
いってらっしゃい。
ゆっくりしてきていいわよ。
I feel like Kokoro and Asuka-san are practically trying to kick me out of the door, so I leave. I smile sheepishly as I shade my face from the sun's glare with my hand. So basically, Kokoro was trying to get you and me alone together, right?
気づくのが2分以上遅いですよ。
The disappointment in her face. She throws me a teasing sidelong glance. Hey, at least I figured it out by myself. That's progress, right?
それは確かに。
Anyway, I'm glad I got to meet you. You ran away from me yesterday and haven't been able to contact you since.
それは突然こんなことを言われて。
She's uncharacteristically hesitant in her words. How kawaii. This might be the first time I've seen her like this. No, actually, that day when we kissed in the classroom, she sprinted away in much the same way as she did yesterday. You're really on top of things when it's about other people, but when it comes to your own love life, you don't know what to say, do you?
だからその
You're so kawaii.
もう何度も言いますが、ストレートな物言いはやめてください。
Man, it's so fun to watch girls squirm like this. That aside, do you have an answer for me yet?
昨日の告白ですよね。もちろんホタルも昨日からずっと考えていましたけど、まず誠さん、正気ですか？
Huh? What do you mean?
そうですよ。よりにもよって好きな相手として決断したのがこのホタルなんですか？もっと魅力的で安定した女の子たちが周りにたくさんいるのに？
Excuse me? Stable?
すみません。安定はないですね。
Yeah.
言い直しますが、恋人として結ばれて普通に幸せに過ごせる女の子たちが他にいるのにです。
That might be true, I suppose. Kokoro, Mana, and Kyoko all come to mind. The major issues they've been struggling have all been resolved now, and I'm on solid footing with each of them. It's plain to see that even now, any one of them would happily accept a confession of love from me. So I'm well aware that choosing Hotaru instead is by far the least safe, the least stable option. But the fact is, I'm in love with you, not them. So why would I hesitate? Hotaru makes a strangled sound as her hand flies to her cheeks. For a second, I thought she was slapping a mosquito, but no, she's trying to stop herself from breaking into a smile. She's totally adorable.
もう少しだけ返事を待ってもらってもいいですか？そこまで遅くはしませんから。
Sure, I'm in no hurry. Oh, we just stand here outside the Kisuden. Mana might come out and join us. I'm glad I realized that, since Kokoro went to all the trouble to get the two of us alone together.
離れましょうか。
How about the lake?
誠さんとカラオケに行くわけにもいきませんし、遊ぶ場所がない街ですしね。
She laughs as she starts walking. Soon we arrive at the main road closest to the lake. Finally, new background. Hotaru is short and doesn't walk very fast, so I'm walking slowly to keep to her pace.
今日もなかなかの日差しですね。
She shades her eyes with a hand and looks up at the sky. Droplets of sweat are beating sensually on the back of her neck. Thanks for the description. I forget, Hotaru. Do you not like the heat?
別に我慢できないということもないですが、好きではないですね。
She rubs the back of her hand gingerly.
7月も半ばになると日差しが強くなって、気をつけないと日焼けしそうですよ。
There's nothing wrong with getting a tan. It makes you look healthier.
いやいや、小麦色の肌も憧れますが、ホタルは元の肌が白いせいか、真っ赤になって痛いだけなんです。
Remember, our guy was a farmer. I see. I remember Mana saying something similar back when we lived in the village. I guess women everywhere worry about their skin. A lot of our customers at the Kisuden are women and they... right. Hotaru, wait here for a minute.
はい。
I need to buy something. I'll be right back. I tried my luck with a nearby shop. Most of the shops around here sell omiyage, so I'm not sure that I'll find what I'm looking for, but it seems I'm lucky today. Here you go.
これって
She opens it out, a surprised look on her face.
日傘？
Oh, a parasol. Oh, that's so cute of her. And it's so elegant looking. Yeah, they're good for protecting against sunburn apparently. I have noticed that a lot of women bring umbrellas to the cafe, Kisuden, even when it's not raining. So I did some research a while back and learned about parasols.
用途は普通に知っていますよ。
She leans the parasol back against her shoulder and starts swirling it by twisting the handle.
日傘なんていきなり渡されて驚いたというか、お金を払うべきですか？
No need to pay me. Think of it as a gift.
そうですか。プレゼントなら素直に。ありがとうございます。
Our guy killing it here. Our retard maxing guy is just killing it. Oh, a pure white this doesn't look white. This looks pink, bro. A pure white parasol with an elegant lace rim and standing underneath Hotaru with a pretty smile on her face. I can't help but sigh in appreciation. How lovely. I never thought of umbrellas as fashion accessories, but the parasol looks great on you, Hotaru.
いえ、その鏡がないので自分で似合っているかわからないのですが、お世辞でも照れます。
What? Do you think I'm capable of any flattery?
最近なら言えるようになっていそうですね。
Maybe so. Maybe so.
嫌な人。
She bowed to me. But the parasol on her shoulder is spinning as merrily as ever. And the parasol has caught your fancy, has it? Lifted your mood, perhaps.
いいえ、ホタルはお高い人間ですから、このくらいで怪獣されたりはしません。
I get it, you're rich.
パンよりもお菓子とケーキが好きなのですよ。ムッシュ。
Literally said the word mature. Her words sound harsh. But the parasol shows no sign of slowing its spin. The bright summer sun, the blue summer sky, and Hotaru's parasol, twirling around and around. Come on, you obviously like it.
もちろん宝物にします。
I smile, rolling my eyes. She's all over the place as usual, but that's part of her charm.
そうだ。鏡はないけど 携帯で写真を撮ってもらえばいいですね。
Oh, I forgot about that feature.
誠さん、どうぞ。
She leans forward a little and flashes a bright smile. Man, her every motion is kawaii. I take out my ketai, and after a little trial and error, manage to figure out where the camera app is.
もたもたもたもた。
Could you please not add sound effects to me using my ketai?
女の子を困らせて楽しんでる誠さんと同じようなものです。
I see.
さもありなん。
The camera is ready now.
イエーイ。
Yay. She smiles even more broadly. I press the shutter button. Alright, I got it.
どんな感じですか？
She comes over excitedly to peek at my phone screen.
確かに日がさってお嬢様っぽい。
While she looks at the picture, enjoy the view of her smiling face beside me. You actually kind of a Ojo-san though, right? Your parents own a Byoin after all.
病院の娘くらいじゃ皆さんのイメージする本物のお嬢様には程遠いですよ。
Really?
そもそもホタルの性格がお嬢様らしくはありませんし、どこぞの大企業の娘さんで病弱とかでおとなしいかツンツンしていれば完璧なお嬢様でしょうね。
Okay. Well, if you're not a real heiress, I like you the way you are, Hotaru.
だからそうやって好き好き言うのやめてくださいよ。
But I like praising people, thanking them, and stuff like that.
それは良い心がけだと思いますが。
Suddenly she looks back at my ketai, as if something just occurred to her.
ねえ誠さん、
Nani?
この写真ずっと消さないでいてくれる？
What? I wasn't planning to delete it.
ありがとうございます。
Huh? For what? For what?
この日傘をもらったことと合わせて、それが私の思い出になるから。
Wait, why does she sound like she's dying? I notice that Hotaru usually tries avoiding using pronouns like I, watashi. Wait.
この日傘をもらったことと合わせて、それが私の思い出になるから。
Yeah, watashi. What's the other? I forgot already. What's the other feminine for I and for me? But once in a while, she does use them. I feel like the way she used them just now was particularly unusual.
そうです。それが今日の私。
So what I got? Okay. What does?
まあ誠さん。
I tried to dig deeper, but she cuts me off.
気にする必要はないですよ。ほら、いつもわけのわからないことを言うのがホタルじゃないですか。
Is that really something you should be saying about yourself?
謙虚なもので。
I think that's what modest means.
はは言霊殺しですね。
She laughs coolly under her parasol. I can tell she's trying to steer the conversation away from something, but I can't tell what exactly. I get what she means by kotodama killer. If I'm ever curious about something, I just ask someone. And if they're unwilling, I could always use my kotodama to wrestle an answer out of them. So, I just say what I mean. There's no hidden meaning in my words, and my true intentions are always on full display. But the one exception is when I'm talking to Hotaru. Then we both have to consider what the other is thinking and consider our words carefully. The conversation we weave in this way is almost like a game. It's almost like foreplay. And God, do I love it. I guess I only became really human when I'm with you, Hotaru. I smile at the amusing thought of it.
と
Oh, nothing.
ついに何でもないとか言い出しましたね。そろそろ聞こえなかったふりも始めますか？
What's that supposed to mean?
相手の恥ずかしい独り言が聞こえたのに調子に乗って聞こえなかったふりをするということがあるんですよ。
Huh? Weird. If that happened to me, I'll just reply to them normally.
まったく冗談も通じない。
She looks at me in exasperation, her parasol still twirling over her shoulder. I must have said something wrong again, but it's funnier this way. So, whatever. Well then, now that I've gotten Hotaru a parasol, we should start walking to the lake again. But suddenly, I hear a thin, reedy voice. Hmm? Hotaru makes an odd sound as she starts to busily search the area. I look around for the source of the voice, too. Soon I find a family of neko in a hard to see spot between a building and a pile of boxes. There's one large neko lying on its side, and three koneko nestled up on to its stomach. It looks like they're having a milk feast. Here they are. I call Hotaru over.
どこです？
She trots over to me, her parasol whirling.
お前、なんと子猫が生まれてたんだ。
You know this mother neko?
昔からこの辺りにいる野良猫ですね。春にお腹が膨らんでいたという話は聞いていたんですけど。
I see. I've never seen a neko up close like this before.
誠さんたちの里にはいなかったんですか？
As she talks, her eyes remain fixed on the neko. Nope. No Inu either. Well, I've seen several Inu been walked down the street since I came to town, though. So this is what the neko looks like. I've often seen pictures of pet ones in magazines or TV, but I never realized they were so slick yet fluffy, in real life. Very kawaii. And there's a dobutsu I'm familiar with. I guess they look the most similar to baby tanakis. I reach out my hand to try to touch them. Whoa there! The mother neko hisses at me. Then she turns around and moves further back into the alleyway. I should have known. Back in the village, we were always warned that mother animals were very protective of their young. Hotaru follows the mother cat, her eyes sparkling. This time, it's Hotaru's turn to carelessly reach out her hand towards the neko. Watch out! It's dangerous!
大丈夫です。
She squats down next to the neko and picks up one of the koneko. Bro, our only CG is a panchera, man. I can work with this somehow. I'll figure out. I have to make this YouTube friendly, so I have to zoom in, I guess. Jesus, man. She squats down next to the neko and picks up one of the koneko. I mean, in the thumbnail. I'm keeping this in, of course, but like for thumbnails, I gotta keep it safe somehow.
うわー
Huh? How did she do that? By the way, there's a lot of unique BGM just for Hotaru, by the way. The mother neko is looking at Hotaru's direction, but doesn't hiss or anything. And the koneko seem perfectly pleased to sit in Hotaru's hand as it rubs his cheek against her fingers.
わかったわ。
So kawaii.
かわいい。こんにちは。チャオ、子猫さん。
She brings the koneko up to her face and greets it happily.
あったかいね。小さいね。
Huh. I guess it's okay to touch them. Then let me. The second I begin to reach out, the mother neko bares its fangs at me again. But why me?
強すぎるんですよ。
Presence, huh? It's true that Hotaru doesn't have a very strong presence. That's how she can always sneak up on people. So maybe that's why the Neko isn't wary of her. And here I was, thinking I was pretty good at suppressing my presence. Bro, you can't hide your power levels.
かわいいかわいい、ふわふわのモコモコだね。
She brings the Koneko to her cheek to nuzzle it. She laughs as the Koneko unexpectedly licks her cheek. All I can do is sit back and watch enviously. I'm so jealous. I put my hand on Hotaru's head. Oh, nothing. I just felt like doing this. I guess I subconsciously decided if I couldn't pet the Neko, I could at least pet Hotaru. Hotaru, are you a Neko lover? No hesitation. Given her personality, I thought she'd try to throw me for a loop by saying no, but apparently her love for Nekos is so strong that she can't help but admit it.
猫だけじゃなくてワンコも好きです。
Wanko. Hotaru, only you have an alternate personality or something?
そんなことありませんよ。
You sure do love Dobutsu. Her only answer is a goofy smile spreading across her face. Yes. I sigh to myself, rolling my eyes. It's weird to see Hotaru being so straightforward about things, but this side of her is cute too, I have to say. Now I get it. Maybe what I'm seeing now is the normal Hotaru she was talking about yesterday.
うちでも会えればいいんだけどな。
Why can't you?
残念ですが、お母さんが動物アレルギー持ちなんですよね。
Allergic?
動物のそばにいるとくしゃみが止まらないとか痒くなったりしちゃうんですよ。
What is this weak genes thing? Just kidding. I recently found out I was allergic with things. Recently. It took a lot of years before I finally developed some allergy. What the fuck? Anyway. Huh. That sounds pretty rough. She already forgotten what she was saying and is back cooing over the Koneko.
何もないし、痩せてもいないし、ノラのままでも大丈夫かな。まあ、この辺の人たちが痩せてくれてるみたいだからね。
Do you want to stay here for a little while longer?
もうしばらく。
She didn't look like she was planning to leave anytime soon, but I asked just in case. Well, this is fine too. It's not like there's anything in particular I wanted to do at the lake today. Hotaru almost looks like she's getting feverish with excitement over the Koneko, so I decided to go buy some cool drinks. I had to call it in here, and I just waited to get a CG. I had to crop that. I had to crop that. Anyway, that's it for today. And we're gonna continue again tomorrow. Oh man, tomorrow's yeah, whatever. I'll figure this out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy watching, and I'll see you guys on the next upload. Ciao. Where's the scene where I use for my brain's no longer working? Anyway, ciao.
1999年の7月終わらないんだよ。20日に世界が終わる。いい？今から飛ぶのよ。力を取り戻すために、世界を救うために。20日に世界が終わる。突然なんてことをやっていていいのでしょうか。世界が生まれた時から定められたことなのです。
聞くがよい。世界は恐怖におののくものどもよ。これは紛れもない真実だ。
全てを知り、そして全てを知らない間宮君が
昨日はしゃぎすぎた皆さん、レスキュー開始。モーニングレスキュー、モーニングレスキュー、モーニング。
辛いやつを救え、ウコンの力モーニングレスキュー。
補充しよう。